Hello, everyone. Pastor Jeroneld here. I've been out knocking doors, doing my campaigning. Got myself a dark tan going on here. I told a lady that. She started cracking up upset. I said, I'm serious. I am very serious. You see, my skin is kind of reddish looking, dark brown. Yeah, but I've been out. It's been warm here in Arizona. They said next week is going to be cooler. Then we're going to go back into the warmer weather. But, well, there's a great prayer revival going on. Everybody's praying for Ukraine. Prayer for Ukraine. I saw one sucker laying on the wall. He had a map of Ukraine, and he had his hands spread out, just the spiritual hands, and he's laying on the wall with his hands spread out over Ukraine. Oh, Ukraine! Man, these people are something else. It's crazy how the world, the media, can make a call for prayer or for something spiritual, and the church responds. See, the church has been silent through so much. It's been quiet through so much. I mean, they were forcing us to shut the churches down. They even told us to our faces, you better not say hallelujah loud. You better not have a choir. You better not sing praises loud. If you do, we're going to let you go in 50 at a time. But you better not sing loud. You better wear a mask. They've masked our children. Our children couldn't breathe. As a parent, and I know my kids at school running around with a mask on and how hard that is to breathe. Man, I'd be worried to death. I'd be like, well, my kids are grown. My children are grown, but I got some grandchildren that I'm concerned about. But I'd be like, my children can't breathe at school. You know, they have recess and they're running around, and kids, you know how they do. But these demons have done everything. Crime is up. Murder is up. Open borders. Death from fentanyl. We have a crisis here. We have inflation up. We have everything going on here in America. But we couldn't get the church to pray then. Oh, no, everything's all right. We had an election problem, if you know what I'm saying. We had mandate problems. People were losing their jobs. Nurses was losing their jobs. And it's crazy how just for the State of the Union, they withdrew the mandates. You mean to tell me you don't think that they have politicized the pandemic? Come on, man. You don't see how they politicized the pandemic? They politicized it. They telling you they did. There's no science behind. Okay, now they're telling us the science. Believe the science. Believe the science. And the church was right along with them. We're going to believe the science. We're going to trust the CDC. Now the CDC won't even tell us any results. You won't give us any data because they said it's going to be misinterpreted. When I get to Congress, I'm coming to hit you right in your mouth. I'm coming for you, CDC. I'm coming for you, FBI. I'm coming for you, Dr. Fauci. Okay? You're going to pay. We cannot have a nation. We cannot have a people if we let people get away with these types of crimes against humanity. And forcing a mandate and making people wear a shot and forcing them to stay in their home is a crime against humanity. You cannot do that. You should not be able to do that. But the wicked do that. Now, Ukraine, they have all this prayer for Ukraine. Ukraine is known to be one of the most corrupt governments, and I'm not saying the Ukraine people. I think people are people. I think people in China are wonderful people. It's just the leadership, okay? And I believe the leadership there in Ukraine is one of the most corrupt leaderships around. Now, it was Biden who told us from his mouth that he wanted them to stop and let Ukraine be as corrupt as they want to be, because there was a man investigating the Ukraine deals that his son was involved in, and he told him, you're not going to get the $2 billion in aid from America if that guy is still investigating the crimes. So Ukraine is not innocent here. Now, see, America, let me tell you something about America and the world. America loved victimhood. And Ukraine is the big victim. Their president, who's nothing but an actor. He's half Jewish and half Russian or Ukrainian or whatever. He's an actor. I mean, he's a literal actor. He was an actor in Israel, and they were bringing in all of that sexuality and all the stuff they have going on here in America that the church won't even pray about. Church don't even, matter of fact, we let them sing and preach and write books and make millions of dollars off us, those guys that like other guys, and then they call themselves a pastor and become great mega pastors, and then they turn around and tell you, say, oh, by the way, I've never believed in God, I never believed in Christ, and I'm gay. And they've used you to get super rich, But yeah, there's corruption over there. There's a whole lot of stuff going on with some children, some trafficking, drugs, the changes and all that kind of stuff. That type of culture. Now, here's what I want you to understand. The global elites are up to something. They're up to something, because here's the deal. Recently, George Soros came out and he was talking bad against China. Now, when have you known America or any of the elites to mess with China? China, they cover for China. They cover for the Wuhan lab. They cover for China. But now, all of a sudden, when George Soros says what he had to say about Xi Jinping and against China, the media started kind of leaning against China. And here's the deal, because China is no longer going along with the one world order. They're no longer going on with the depopulation program. They stopped it. As a matter of fact, they're paying their citizens to have more children. See, what we've been seeing with the same this and the marry the same marriage and all that kind of stuff and the one of stuff, this is a depopulation program. The abortion stuff is a depopulation program. It's satanic, it's evil, and it's democratic. It's a Democrat deal. It's the Democrats that are moving this satanic antichrist agenda across the world. Well, China broke free from it, and China and Russia have become two peas in a pot, and now Russia is fighting against Ukraine. Russia and China. Russia is not with the one world order. President Donald Trump was not with the one world order. Remember, he went over to the G7 and he told all the leaders of the world, do not give up your sovereignty of your nation to this demon. Don't give up your sovereignty. He said America will never surrender its sovereignty. It will never do it. That's what Trump said. That made the elites upset. That made them mad, and they had to get rid of Trump. Okay, because they want a one world society. They want a one world order through which they can bring the one world Christ. They already got the one world religion. The Pope and the Muslim Brotherhood already form a covenant. You can Google that. It's there. They already got the one world economy pretty much. But that's one of the reasons why they're trying to get Russia and China to get with them, because they're not with the bankers. The bankers. See, these are the elites. They're the ones that want to do all the warring and all this kind of stuff and bring a society in, topple the current one, and bring in one that is under their complete control. But, see, the church is not supposed to hear the world more than they hear the voice of the Spirit. And he that hath an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying to the churches. Well, the Spirit has been calling us to prayer for our country. Under President Donald Trump, spiritual warfare was at its highest, and it's even higher now. But you don't see people laying on the wall there. You didn't see people praying for Trump. When Trump went to a church there in Virginia on his way back from a golfing thing, he stopped by a church without announcing it and asked the pastor for prayer. And the pastor was wearing some tight jeans and he was flimsy and floppy with his wrist. So, you get the picture. He didn't want to pray for Trump. And then after Trump left, he took his prayers back. Well, they never went anywhere. Okay? They didn't go anywhere anyway. But we can't get the church to pray for what's right. We can't pray against abortion, and millions and millions and millions and millions of babies have died in this country. Millions of lives have been taken. Church don't care about that. You're not leaning on the wall and pray. Nope. As a matter of fact, you vote for it. You vote for it. Let's kill them. But Ukraine, see, they just love the victimhood. They love the juicy smooth lay. They love the fake stories. They love when somebody is attacked by someone, especially someone of color who's attacked by someone who's white. Oh my God, that's the perfect story. It's a victimhood story. And so Putin has been the distraction for these Democrats and for these one world globalists for a long time. You remember it said that President Donald Trump was colluding with them and that he was in bed with Putin and all this stuff. No, that turned out not to be true. President Donald Trump was supposed to get arrested. That was not true. Okay, so these people are liars. The media are liars. The Democrats are liars. And then a lot of the GOP are liars. A lot of these politicians are no good. But anyway, don't believe everything. Don't believe everything you hear, and don't be moved by the media. Now, this is the same media who lied and distracted us. They lied about the facts when it came down to the you know what. They lied about everything. They lied about Biden getting 81 million votes. They lied about the election. So it's on and on and on. But look, Jezebel, she called for a fast in Israel because her husband he coveted a vineyard owned by a man named Naboth. And Israel, God told them that's the only land in the world that cannot be sold. It's not for sale because it's God's property. And he just let them rent it from him. Well, they could not sell it. And Naboth and Ahab was upset, and his wife saw him all upset, said, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "I can't, Naboth won't sell me his vineyard." Well, she said, "You just sit down and lay down. I got this." She went out to Israel and called for a fast. All of Israel went on. They ready because the witch done told them to go on a fast and let's do something spiritual. They couldn't wait. And they rushed to do the fast. And when the fast ended, she says, I feel led that Naboth is an evil man and he deserves death. And they killed him. They killed him. And so I look at the response of the world and the church right now, and they responded just like that. They went headlong into all of this prayer for Ukraine while our country has been under major, under siege by Satan. Under siege. Absolutely bombarded. We couldn't get them to say nothing. But anyway, this video went longer than I wanted it to go. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I'll see y'all on the next one.